Finally. So this class, discussion class today is about baseball, which is a very popular sport in the States, but not very popular outside of the States. So I thought it would be an interesting topic for people. So, hi, Andre.
Hello, teacher. Glad to see you again. How are you?
Yeah, very good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I get to home from my job recently.
Uh-huh. How was your work day?
Excellent. I'm really excited about my job.
That is really neat because the first 4 months are so crucial and so important.
Yeah.
So, yeah, welcome. Raylan, how are you today?
Hello, what's up?
Nothing much. So, what's this thing about welcome to Colorado? Have you been to Colorado? Or is it just the marijuana?
What about rumors, about, yeah, it's about weed being legalized there,
Uh-huh.
and I kind of like that idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing about Colorado is they have the really conservative people on one side, and the real liberal people on the other side. So my guess is eventually Colorado will be I'm not yeah, Colorado will make marijuana illegal again because of this conservatives there. So
It's
Wow.
a very controversial thing to legalize that kind of product.
yeah, well, it is for some people, I think. For the conservatives and Colorado, the two states that I know of that are it's very like very so there's the rural area is very conservative, and then the urban area is very liberal, and so they have all kind during election years and stuff like that. They have all kinds of fights and arguments. Is Oregon and Colorado? It's probably some others, but those are the two I know of. Um, so, but yeah, and Juan Pedro, how are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good. I'm glad to see you all today. And how was your work day?
Today, have uh, what have I been doing?
Yeah.
I just go shopping. I just
Ah.
arrive at home go shopping. It's a very tired.
So,
Mm.
so I went shopping. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because this is noon for me, but I know for most of you over in Europe and the Middle East, it's the evening. Um, so it is kind of the end of your day. So Paolo, welcome. Where are you from, Paolo?
Hi, I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil. Welcome. So what time is it in Brazil right now?
Now it's 3 p.m.
Oh, okay. 3 o'clock. So it's even further than the Eastern time zone there. Awesome. Okay. And then we have Raylan from, is it Iran, Raylan?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Iran.
I remembered. Yay. And Paolo, you're from Brazil. And then we have Juan Pedro from Spain, right?
Yes.
And then Andre, you are from the Ukraine, right?
Yeah, you are
So,
right.
yeah, all right. And Andre, my favorite one as far as time zones is date and time.com, because if you're trying to schedule a meeting, um, you can go there and you can actually put in the time zone. I mean, put in the time that you want to schedule it in a certain time zone, and you can look at like 4 or 5 time zones all at the same time to see what time it is there. It's really neat. So I haven't been to 24timezones.com, though. So anyway, all right. So Raylan just left. Okay, maybe he was having trouble. All right, today's topic is on baseball, and I thought maybe it's a fairly unknown sport for some people. But first of all, in your countries, what is the most popular sport?
In Brazil, for sure, is soccer.
Okay, so in Brazil it is soccer, and soccer, and for in British English that it is called what? American English it's called soccer, and British English it's called football. So soccer. And so in Brazil, and how about the Ukraine? What is the single most popular sport?
As well as in Brazil, it's so most popular. It's football.
Okay, and how about in Spain? Is it the same?
The same.
Yes, of course, it's the same. The
Yeah.
soccer, football.
I'm wondering if I know that it's pretty much the worldwide most popular sport around the world. What are the other? What are your? Because what I like to say in the States we have, in the U.S. the popularity for sports, it's actually based on the season. And so in different seasons you have different sports that are popular. For example, bear with me a moment, I opened something I shouldn't have opened. For example, in the fall time in the U.S., American football is the most popular, and then in the winter it's basketball. And then in the summer, it's baseball, and then you have soccer that is kind of also popular, but it's not. They don't play them at the schools as much. It's a community. So that's that. I mean, that's how it is in the U.S. Do you guys have other sports that are just as popular during other seasons? You know what I mean? That's how it is.
Here in Brazil, Brazil is a hot country, so I think all the sports is practiced in the same all over the year.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's all shown at the same time. I mean, it all played at the same time. Okay. What are the other sports that people play in Brazil?
Basketball, but not so famous. And volleyball.
Volleyball. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. And Alejandro, you're out of Spain, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what in your opinion, what is the most popular sport in Spain?
The most popular sport in Spain is football, soccer.
Yeah, football or soccer. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So do you guys think that probably worldwide it is the most popular sport everywhere except for the U.S.?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then yes.
Except China and India, maybe.
And what about China and India? What do you think they would be?
They would be most popular is cricket.
Cricket?
Cricket that was going from UK. That came from UK.
Oh, really?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so this is our guest. We need to get some Chinese and Indians in this class.
Yes.
So,
Because
yeah. So,
because India is actually now have a lot of English uh, uh, um, the, sorry, teacher.
no
The
worries.
tricky one for me.
So,
I just can't express myself.
no, that's okay. That's why you're here, right? If you could express yourself perfectly, you wouldn't need to be here. So that's not a problem. Hello, Ernesto. Where are you calling from?
Hello, Holly. I'm from Chile.
Chile. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So, is in Chile is soccer or football the most popular sport?
Of course, soccer.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
really don't know about the football,
American football.
American football. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I was telling everybody earlier that it depends on the season, and for in a couple classes, I've told about my mom, who is 74 years old, and she is a huge American football fan. And when I was growing up, she never was, but just in the last 5 years, she has become a huge football fan. It's so funny. This old lady just cheering for football and stuff. But anyway, so do you guys know very much about baseball? Did you guys play it in school or anything?
I just watch on TV.
And you watched it on TV, okay? And Ernesto, you never played it? Alejandro, have you ever played it, or do you know much about it?
No, when I was a child, we used to try to play a kind of baseball game. Always using a tennis ball.
Oh, and the bat?
The bat, any kind of good advice.
Okay, and maybe any kind of wooden stick, maybe?
Yeah.
Stick or anything? How fun! I get my guess is the ball went very, very far. That's my guess. Juan Pedro, did you ever play baseball? Are you familiar with baseball?
No, I've never played baseball.
Have you watched it before or anything?
I've been watching baseball 1 or 2 times, but I don't understand the play, the rules.
Okay, I hopefully this class will help out a little bit, and I can tell you guys the rules a little. Andre, have you ever played it?
I never played baseball because here in Europe is game is very unusual. And for me, it's that game is look like something unknown for me and something fabulous and unusual.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to quickly show you. Pardon the fact I can't draw a straight line, but I'm going to show you quickly a little bit about the rules of baseball. This is called the baseball diamond right here. Oops. And these are all supposed to be straight lines, by the way. But I am not good at drawing with a mouse. Okay. Okay. And this right here. So this right here is home. This is first base. This is second base. And this is third base. So they're called it's base. and this is home base. So for home base, first base, second base, and third base. And then this is called the pitcher's mound. And I'm going to start typing because this is hard. Bear with me a moment. So it's called the pitcher's mound. The positions in baseball are you have the bear with me. You have the pitcher, the catcher, the pitcher, catcher, the batter, and then you have shortstop, and then you have the base. I can't even remember what it's called. The base guys, the guys that stand on the bases, and then you have outfield. When I was a kid, I always played outfield because I was not a good athlete, and so if you're not very good at sports, they probably put you in the outfield, especially when you're young. I wasn't good at running or whatever. The pitcher is the person that is actually right here, and the pitcher is the person that throws the ball, and of course the batter is right here. The catcher is also right here, and so the catcher will catch the ball. Then of course you have the baseman will be one person will be at each one of these. The shortstop will be standing about right here. And I'm not sure if there's even 2 or 3 shortstops. The outfield will be over here, over in this area, out in this area. And so the pitcher pitches a ball, and the batter tries to hit the ball. If the batter hits it this way, it is called a foul ball. Bear with me. It's called a foul ball. If the batter doesn't hit it, it is called a not an air ball. If the batter they don't hit it, it's called a strike. A strike, and if you get three strikes, you are out. And once you hit the ball, once the person hits the ball, they hit the ball and then they run over here. And they have to be, everybody here is trying to catch the ball and get it to the baseman before the runner gets there. And so basically it's a race to get the ball to the base before the batter gets there. And if they could actually, a home run, if you guys have heard the word home run, a home run is all the way around. So a home run is maybe they have hit the ball and they went all the way over here, and so they were able to run all the way around. But usually they'll run from one base to another, and as each batter gets to hit, they'll progress. And if you have if they beat you to the first to the base, if the ball gets to the base before you do, that is called an out. And if you're out, if you get three outs, then you change sides, and it changes to another, and then both teams will hit the ball, and then you get another inning. And there's, I think it's 9 or 12 innings. It's been such a long time. But anyway, that's just a basic rules for baseball. Hope that makes sense.
Sorry, teacher. I have a question.
Yes.
I saw baseball by TV, and I was confused about that there in the at the team there are one player who hit ball, and the second one who just staying behind him and trying to catch ball. Are they two players from members the same team?
No, they're opposite. That is called the catcher. And so the batter is right here, and the catcher is right here. And so if there's a strike, if the batter doesn't hit the ball, the catcher catches it and throws it back to the pitcher. Or if they're running, if they're running to the bases, they'll throw the ball to the closest base, and so the home base might be the closest one. So they'll run there, and the person who's on third might get out. So that's what the catcher is, and so they are on opposite teams. So the catcher and the pitcher are on the same team, but the batter is not.
Catcher and pitcher.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I gotcha. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and I'm going to go through some vocabulary words, and then we're going to go through some idioms that have to do with baseball, but actually they're baseball-related idioms that have to do with real life. Okay. So first of all, do you guys know what these words are at all? And it's totally okay to guess. The purpose here is to speak English. So, so what is this? What is this called?
Ball.
Ball, exactly. Or we actually call it as well. We call it the baseball. So, baseball. Okay, or we might actually call it a ball, but usually it's just a baseball. Okay, what is this one called? This is the baseball, but what is this called?
Letter glove.
Glove. There's two things that you can call it. You can call it a glove, or you can call it a mitt. A baseball glove. A baseball glove is the most common name for it, but the catcher will have a baseball glove, but it's kind of a little different, and they will call that the catcher's mitt, which is pretty much the same. Okay, so what is this called right here?
The bat?
Yep, it is called the bat. Okay, and what is this person's position?
I think I don't have sure, but I think it's change up. No.
No, it's actually called the pitcher. The pitcher is the person that throws the ball to the batter. So he's the pitcher, and he's in the middle over in this, and he's actually right here. That's where he is, in the pitcher's mound. Okay, and what about this? What would we call him?
The catcher?
Hey, probably not the catcher. I would just say he's a player. We don't know what He's just a baseball player. Okay, but he could be the catcher. He could be a catcher. He could be a baseman, or he could be shortstop, or he could be outfield. We don't know which one he is.
But actually, he fell down.
Yeah, in order to catch the ball. So he will fall. He could fall in order to catch it. So, okay, and what are these people?
Supporters.
Excuse me?
People who wanna support their team.
Okay, yes, supporters. So do you guys know what that is in sports? They have it in soccer and all sports. They have this, and pretty much the same word. Anybody?
Fans?
Yes, excellent, excellent. Thank you very much. Baseball. They're basically fans, and bear with me a moment. They're a fan. So in this respect, they're baseball fans, but they could be soccer fans or football fans or whatever. This part right here. One of the things that they will do, many of the fans will have a baseball glove with them in the stands. Do you know why?
I guess because when sometimes the baseball when to the people. So it's important, or maybe it's funny to be prepared to receive this hard baseball.
Okay. So basically, they will be actually catching. They will usually be catching fly balls or foul balls.
I have a shorter explanation.
Yeah, that's a shorter explanation right there. So they're catching. If the balls go to the stand into the stands or where the fans are, it depends on where it is. For example, if it's over this in this area, it would be considered probably a home run, and they would just run around because the ball has gone to the stands. It's gone too far for the outfield to catch. If the ball went to this part where the fans are, it would be a foul ball, and over here it would be a fly ball. So it depends on where it is.
Maybe they wanted to be lucky that ball flying straight to him.
Yes, that's one of the goals of many, especially at professional baseball games. Many people bring their baseball glove because that's what they want to do, is they want to catch a ball. And then what they'll do is they'll take the ball to the baseball players if they can get to them, and they will ask for an autograph. So they will get the baseball autographed if they can.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. And what is this called? This last picture right here.
This is the field?
Yeah, we can call it the field. There's two things we call it. We either call it the baseball field.
Baseball field, yeah.
Yeah, and the other word we actually call it is, okay, wait, bear with me a moment. The other word we call it is a baseball diamond.
Oh, yeah.
So, a baseball diamond. And that's because it looks like a diamond. So, Okay. All right. So let's go on to the next page. The next section will be some idioms, and these idioms are words. These are idioms that we actually use in the business world or in personal life. They come from baseball, but they are not. They really mean, there are other types of meanings. Maybe you've heard some of these, and maybe you have not. For example, to hit a home run. What do you think in personal or business life that would really mean? Anybody have an idea?
I think when we are a success.
Yes. Yeah. So you have a presentation, or you have a negotiation, and you were successful, and you achieved your goals. Then you hit a home run.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what that is. Basically, a success. Success is probably the best way to call it. Success. Okay. A ballpark figure. Anybody know what that would be?
I haven't any idea.
No idea. Okay. This is actually it's a financial estimate. So say you ask somebody, so how much would that house be? You ask a realtor, how much is that house? And the realtor says, well, a ballpark figure is between 50 and 60,000. So it's not specific, it's just in the ballpark. It's in the area. So how much do accountants make in New York City? Well, a ballpark figure is anywhere between 80 and 100,000 a year. So that's what a ballpark figure is. Strike out. Any idea what that one would be?
I guess when you really lose.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of times, strikeout is actually used. Usually, I think the most common way it's used is when a man hits on a woman, when maybe at a bar or you know. And if he strikes out, that means she is not interested. So it's usually it's failure. It's failure to get someone to agree to something.
Yeah.
And usually it's dating. So.
Yeah.
But it could be other things too. Well, did you ask her? Is she, and you've asked her about, and maybe it's a husband and he wants to go out with his mates. Did you ask her? And no, I struck out. She told me I have to stay with the kids. She's going out. So okay, batting 1,000. What do you think that would be? Any ideas? Any guesses?
When you do a lot of things and all of them you get a goal.
Well, actually, what you do is you keep winning. You keep winning. So it's like hitting a home run, but you're batting 1,000, so you just continue hitting a home run.
Oh, yeah.
So if every time you, like, okay, let's think of a video game. Every time you play that video game, you win, and so you're batting 1,000.
Yeah.
So every time you do, you continue doing something and you're successful at that, you're batting 1,000. Yeah. So, Okay, to play hardball. Any idea what that would be?
I guess sometimes on our private life, in our job, we have easy moments, and sometimes we have very hard moments, very bad days, very tough days. Maybe play a hard ball is to when we have a bad time, on our work, on our private life.
That's a good try. That's a good guess, and that's a good guess. What it really is, it's a person who is playing hardball is being there. It's a person who is being difficult.
Okay.
Who is being difficult in a negotiation.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be easy. They're going to play hardball, and they're going to be difficult and be. You're not the salesperson is not going to find it easy to sell to somebody who's playing hardball.
Maybe that's someone who is hard to get familiar with.
Familiar with?
It's hard to get familiar with him.
Not necessarily. It has more to do with, say, for example, if you go to buy a car, you might want to play hardball because you do not want the car salesman to cheat you, so you play hardball. And you are very difficult. It says a person who is being difficult. Okay. Being difficult.
So, teacher, what does it mean? Word negotiation.
Negotiation is like a sales situation when two companies have meetings to agree on working together. That is a negotiation. So if you go and you work and to buy a home, you are in a negotiation.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So that person is being difficult in a negotiation. So, okay, go to bat for someone. What is that? Any suggestions? Any guesses?
I have a guess. If I go to bat for someone, if I'm very angry for someone.
That's a good guess, actually, but
I'm gonna fight against him.
Yeah, it's opposite. Basically, if you go to bat for somebody, you actually support somebody.
Yeah,
it's the opposite.
It's opposite. Yeah, it's a good guess though. For example, an employee makes a mistake, and the management is angry. But their supervisor goes to bat for them and says anybody would have made that mistake. So basically, it's if you support somebody and you then you are going to bat for them. So throw a curveball. Any idea what that would be?
Sorry. Go on.
Okay.
Maybe it's throw a curveball. Oh, sorry, teacher. Maybe someone else would try.
Okay. Somebody else? Anybody else want to try?
I'm not sure, but I I hear that curveball is a fantastic moment. So maybe true ball means that you have to take the right way. To choose right decisions.
Okay, it is very similar to decisions. What happens is you make a radical. A radical is a radical change in plans, and so you were planning to go on holiday. Oh, this is a normal one. Okay, a couple gets married, and they. I have a former student of mine who. He was studying English very diligently because he was planning to go to the U.S. He was going to get transferred to the U.S. and that was his plan. But what happened though was that life threw him a curveball, and life threw him a curveball, and his wife got pregnant. With twins. And so they already had one daughter, and so life it was something they did not plan, and so they got a twin boys, and so because of that, life threw that they did not plan that. They got thrown a curveball, and so they stayed in Finland. They have not gone abroad. So maybe I'm Facebook friends with his wife, so maybe one day he'll get to have his dream and go live abroad. But they now have 4 children, and I don't think it will happen anytime soon. So,
okay. I have a comment. It's if happens something unpredictable in our life.
Yes, and actually,
either lucky or unlucky or unlucky. It's
Yes, that is what it is. I think that's a better explanation. An unpredictable change in plans. Is what a curveball is. Okay, to touch base. Any idea what that would be? I haven't heard from her in a long time. I need to touch base with her.
What? Could you repeat, please?
Yeah, this is an example. I have not heard from her in a long time. I think we need to touch base.
Maybe waiting for someone.
Yeah, it's basically getting to get in touch with somebody to basically call someone. So maybe in your job you will have a colleague in a different office working on a similar project, and you try to touch base with him because you're starting this project and they've already been working on part of it, or you're doing the second part of what he has already done. So you touch base with him. So you call someone. So, okay. To have 2 strikes, usually if you have 2 strikes against you at work, most likely the 3rd strike you will be fired.
Yeah.
So, so basically it's saying be careful. Let's see. Be careful as
is a warning?
you.
A warning?
Yeah. You already have 2 strikes against you.
Okay. 2 red points.
Yeah. Against you. So that's usually how it's done. In the U.S., in California, for example, not all over the U.S., but in California, they have a 3 strikes you're out rule. So 3 strikes you're out. So if you end up in prison 3 times, you are there permanently. They will not let you out. So that's too bad for drug dealers or drug addicts, things like that. Anybody have an idea what on the ball would be?
I haven't any idea, teacher.
Okay, so he's really on the ball. He is amazing. Amazing. Or his work is amazing.
On the ball. Or maybe someone who have a great proficiency in someone.
Absolutely, that's exactly what it is. Someone with a great proficiency there. Exactly. Okay, so I hope you guys have learned something with this. So in English, at least in most of these idioms are American English, but they don't have anything to do with baseball, but their origin is baseball. So, okay, and let's go on to the next page. And here are some questions. Okay, let's go to the second question here. Do you guys think baseball will ever be a worldwide sport like soccer? Any chance?
I think never.
Never.
Any chance?
No chance.
Any chance? No.
Yeah.
It's because for example, in Europe and in Ukraine, it's something unusual and sorry, teacher. Go ahead.
It's okay. It's a rare game. It's not played very much. So
unfamiliar. I wanted to say unfamiliar. I just remember
unfamiliar.
Often I remember one word and I can't go ahead.
No, that's okay. That's why you're here. Remember? So what is it? I think the only countries that I know of that play baseball outside of the U.S. is Japan and South Korea. And then I know that China is really big into basketball. Does basketball have a better chance of being a worldwide sport like soccer than baseball? What do you think? Are there any sports that could be similar to baseball or to soccer or football?
I don't think so.
No.
Because because the soccer is the most beautiful sport in the world. It have a lot of fans and everywhere in the world. Most people say that the soccer is a king of the sport.
Yeah, I think so. Outside of the U.S.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you.
We still, like for example, my sister's boys are playing soccer right now. They're 5 and they're learning the fundamentals, and we're hoping that soccer will be one of the sports that they choose when they're older. And soccer is getting more and more popular every year, but compared to the rest of the world, it's not, it's not popular. And when schools start to have soccer teams part of their schools, that's when it will be popular. So
teacher,
yes.
Did you watch your national team on this recently World Champion
World Cup? Well, on the World Cup? No, I didn't. I did hear about it, and since I have, say for example, on Facebook, I have, I know people from around the world. I saw a lot of references to the World Cup, so I knew it was happening, but I didn't watch it. And even when I lived in Europe, I lived in Europe for 11 years. I don't think I watched a game at all the entire time I lived in Europe. So, so no. And then, of course, I lived in Finland, and soccer is popular there, but it's not as popular as hockey.
Yeah.
And even in, I never watched hockey either. So. I guess I'm not really a sports watcher or anything like that. So let's see. I don't. Most of these questions aren't relevant to you guys because you don't play soccer, play baseball.
But it's important to talk about baseball because many people like me who lives in another country, we can learn about the American culture, talking about the baseball.
Yes, and since as you saw, there are many references in many idioms that we refer to baseball, and I think that's very important. So, yeah.
I
yes.
think that any of us can just change word baseball for anyone that he prefer.
That's true.
He can say hockey player, football players, or anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when a question for you guys. When you were kids, when you were small boys, did you want to be a professional soccer player or football player?
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a dream of a lot of people like me, because we used to see that it's a funny, it's a fun game, and it's also a way to be a very famous person in the world, to be a success man.
Yeah. So it's a yeah, and well, because the soccer players are like Hollywood movie stars.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, I remember hearing it.
Famous and rich.
Yeah. Who's the famous Manchester United football player?
Maybe Charlton?
No, I'm thinking maybe he wasn't Manchester United. He was out of the UK and he married a singer.
Ah, okay. David Beckham.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So everybody wants to be David Beckham, you know?
Yeah.
You know, with a beautiful wife and lots of money and all that kind of stuff. All right.
He's the former member of team.
Yeah. So, okay, well, it's been a pleasure working with you guys today, and I hope you learned a little bit about this sport that you didn't know and are able to understand some idioms when you see it. And so I will be teaching in another, not this next hour, but the next hour after that, it will be a reading on cutting trees. So it's called deforestation. Yeah. So if you're interested in that, It'd be fun to see you guys. It would be it's a very different type of lesson because it's not with PowerPoints. It's going to be with worksheets. But anyway, I'll see you guys maybe in another time, and best of luck to you guys all, and have a wonderful day. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you
Thank
soon.
you. Thank you. Bye.